Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another video where I will be sharing information about the theoretical aspects when it comes to driving in the Netherlands. Before we wrapped up the previous video, I was talking about the vehicle registration certificate and all the information that is available on it. So let's pick it up from there. In combination with the registration certificate, another important topic that needs to be mentioned is the periodic general inspection, which is sometimes called as MOT or APK in the Netherlands. So the question is, what is an APK? Every motor carriage must be type approved before it can be operated on public roads. This approval is arranged by the vehicle manufacturer, typically before the owner receives their new car. However, after years of use, there is also a need for periodic inspection, and this is the APK. The APK is mandatory for some motor carriages. To make things a bit different in this video, I will be requesting the help of my digital self to pitch in and explain, or rather list out information as bullet points. The reason for this is because I believe in the theory that people tend to remember things or retain information easier when it is written down somewhere rather than listening to someone speak. So for this purpose alone, throughout the video, you will be seeing a different me explaining things, and hopefully that is a bit engaging for the viewers as well. So jumping right into it, let's welcome the digital me. And since I wanted to keep it simple and not overcomplicate things, I named him Bob. You can never go wrong with Bob. So Bob, please say hi. So Bob, could you please list out the vehicles that are required to undergo periodic inspections? So the vehicles are passenger cars, commercial vehicles with a max limit of 3,500 kilograms, three-wheeled motor vehicles with weights between 400 and 3,500 kilograms, heavy vehicles with weights over 3,500 kilograms, and lastly, special vehicles such as ambulances, taxis, and buses. The next question is, what is the frequency of these inspections? Do you need to get the APK done every year, every 2 years, every 3 years? What is the exact number? The APK differs based on what the vehicle runs on. So it could be either a combustion engine or an electric motor, and the type of fuel that it uses. For example, passenger cars that runs on petrol, alcohol, or ethanol, or even an electric motor must undergo their first inspection within the first 4 years of their initial registration of ownership. After that, it is twice every 2 years and then on a yearly basis. Now, this can be hard to remember by just listening to what I'm saying, but the easiest way to keep this in mind is by remembering 4, 2, 2, and 1. So what do the numbers mean? As I said, the first APK must be done within 4 years of the initial registration of ownership. So hence the number 4. Then you get 2 years, hence 2 and 2 again. And from then on should be 1 every year. So let's use an example. Let's say we bought a car in the year 2020 and it runs on petrol. So the first APK must be done within the first 4 years. So let's say by 2024, we will be performing the first APK. Then after a 2-year period, that is 2026, we will be performing the next APK. And after that, we will go to 2028. And from that year, or at least from the following year onwards, every 1 year the APK must be done. So hence 4, 2, 2, and 1. While passenger cars that run on diesel, gas, or a combination with an electric motor must have their first inspection done within the first 3 years of their initial registration of ownership, followed by every other year. So in this scenario, it is going to be 3, 1, 1, 1, and so on. So using the same example as before, if we bought a car in 2020, the first APK must be done in 2023. And from the following year onwards, the APK must be performed every single year. So 2024, 2025, 2026, and so on. After you have passed the inspection, or let's say after your vehicle has passed the inspection, you will receive an APK inspection certificate. In the Netherlands, you are not required to have this certificate on you while driving your car. But in some countries, this is mandatory. Therefore, it is wise to have the certificate inside your vehicle at all times. Moving on from the registration certificate, the inspection, and the frequency of inspection, the next important topic is vehicle insurance. There are three types of vehicle insurances. They are WA, which is a third-party liability insurance, WA limited cover, which is also called as a WA plus, and lastly, the WA all risk insurance. So let's explain each of them a bit more in detail. WA, or also known as the third party liability. This is the most limited form of insurance, and it only covers damage caused to a third party's vehicle. Damage to your own vehicle is not covered, nor, for example, theft or storm damage. This insurance is mandatory for motor carriages, although more comprehensive coverages are also available. WA limited cover, also known as WA plus. This is an intermediate type of insurance which covers damage to third-party vehicles as well as damage to your own vehicle caused by force majeure such as storm damage, theft, or fire. WA all risk insurance. This is the most comprehensive car insurance available. This covers not only third-party damage and damage caused by force majeure, but also damage to your own vehicle that can be caused by your own actions. Most drivers select an insurance policy based on factors such as the price of the policy and the age of their car. The newer and more expensive their car is, the safer it is to just go for an all-risk insurance. In addition to vehicle insurance, there is something called as claim-free years. When you try to obtain a vehicle insurance from an insurer, they usually work with a claim-free years scheme. So what is this? It is a kind of a bonus system where drivers are rewarded if they do not file an insurance claim for damages for a longer period of time. For every year you are claim free, you will receive a percentage discount on your premium. The premium is the amount you pay your insurer to keep your coverage active. So the more claim free years you have, the higher the discount you receive. Any damage that is caused by your vehicle when it is uninsured, you are the one responsible to cover the costs. And mark my words, this can be rather expensive. I think that should be enough information for this video. And since we have not completed the entire section on legislation, I will be putting out a part 3 in the upcoming week. By mistake, if you have stumbled upon this video, which is actually part 2 of the series, I would highly recommend to see part 1 by clicking the pop-up here. Once again, if you like the content I'm putting out there, please like the video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So until the next video, bye-bye.